Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all.
All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Hey, 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 hey. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Jake Yonsei is here. Hey, Jake Yonsei. Hey, boom, that part. Hiya. Hey, yes, the fuckery of it all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Matty Rants. Let me give you one more time for the trigger man. We got to roll it back up, back yow. This episode is drag race related. This is all about lip syncing. Y'all know what it is. We're about to dive into the list. Seasons upon seasons, queens upon queens. Who was the best? What is the best? What can we put in that category? Who deserves the conversation? This is what we're talking about today. Now, I'm in this good spirited mood for this Saturday. As you can see, I've given myself a little bit too lip bombish. But I wanted to talk about it today with you guys. And also, if you can help me raise some money here. I'm at a $200 limit that I need to raise today. Y'all know I'm going through the most and a lot. So if you do want to donate today, those links are available with my moderators. That is, oh, of course you can. Of course you can, Miss Jake Yonsei. You know you family now. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo, Matty-Rants. Of course you can, Jake Yonsei, honey. We always appreciate someone who asks permission to use the shenanigan, the foolery, and the fuckery of it all. And as a lot of you know who are on my Instagram Live, me and Jake will be doing some videos later on, possibly next month. So be on the lookout for a crossover collab. Matty Rants, Jake Yonsei, Jamar 84. Special. Yes. Yes. I'm very excited for this. Now, I don't have my list in front of me, y'all. So let me get up real quick because I actually wrote down specifically what order I wanted to do this, and you're not staying where I want you to. Mm, 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 mm. There we go. Okay. Hold on a second. Excuse me. We're going to get canceled together. Yay. Okay. Excuse me. Let me go get my list. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right. So, as y'all know, I've been Airbnb-ing for the last month. I have one more week to go. I need to do this from Sunday to Sunday. So again, I'm at a $200 need for the rest of the week for what I'm trying to do, because a lot of this with my Airbnb stay has to do with the filming that me and Jamar do, because Jamar can't film where he's at right now. I'm the one facilitating this. And so it does matter. So if y'all can and will, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And y'all sending the donations through YouTube as well. Thank you so much for that, Melancholy Merman. If you could try to do it to the PayPal, the Venmo, or the Cash App, it's better because YouTube holds that till the 21st. And then they dock that as well. So it's a little stressful. But thank you, Melancholy Merman. I appreciate it. I love all mermen. My friend Courtney is a merman, and he is one of my bestie esties. Okay, so where do we start, children? Where do you want to go with this? Because I wanted to start with season by season. What was the lip sync of that season? Okay, I wanted to give us that time to go through each and every one of them and then pick the one. Now, what we can do, yeah, PayPal and Cash App also, and Venmo for those who do have it. Thank you, Melancholy. Um, I wanted to go this season by season. So that way we can give everybody a fair chance and we can talk about one specifically. Darnelly, you already know how I wrote this down, bitch. It was seasons and then All Stars. Because All Stars is a little bit different than seasons. Seasons is lip sync for your life where it's a high tense situation. They're about to be eliminated. The chance of 100,000, 55,000, 46,000, $15,000 is up for, up for grabs. It's about to be gone. So this is a high risk scenario and situation. There's a difference. The legacy bit is more, you get more gratification from that because baby, you walk away with 10,000, 7, 5, 4, $3,260.47. You walk away with that in All Stars by winning those cash tips on top of you winning the $100,000. So you can add up your coins and actually get yourself a big girl's Happy Meal. So yeah, it's a difference. So we have to do All Stars separately here, but I wanted to make sure we do this within this hour today on the Matty Rants channel. Thank you so very much. You just did Cha Cha Wa Ya. Thank you so very much. I have my phone on silent and I record on my phone. So if you did send something, say something in the comment section. Moderators, keep a note of that so that way I can give you a shout out here because I can't see shit. And that way we don't have no phone calls coming in giving, the not the ooh ah ah sensation. All right, season one. Now, when I made my post, I literally pulled up almost every YouTube video I could find and then had my phone up going through the videos that I have. Brianna. Thank you, Brianna, baby. I love you. Kisses, baby. Okay. Season one was a little difficult. I don't really think any lip sync was that legendary for season one. Ugh. Oh, well, if they get the full, I was just joking with the girl. I mean, if they get the full 10,000, that's great. I was just joking with the 10,000 bit because, of course, they cut for the 100,000 for the regular prize. But I want to say season one, not All Stars one. We're just doing season one. Oh, you don't have to shut up. Everybody can speak. It's fine. Season one was a little difficult. It's a little difficult. The thing about it is that season one, you think the BB and Nina one was it? Because to me, it was Chanel versus Akira. That was who I would give the crown to as far as the best lip sync to happen for that entire season if you're going to give a representative. If we're doing tier list people on lip syncs for season one, I think it's Chanel and Akira. You know what I'm saying? The BB and Nina one was good. I did like that because that was the first crown and that was the first one to go. So it was like, okay, I hear you. But that Chanel and Akasha, why did I say Akira? Oh, I read somebody. Oh, Lord have mercy, Lord. Akira Chanel Davenport, please forgive me, child, for speaking your name into the season one lighting. I apologize, my sister from my state, Texas. I apologize. I meant to say Akasha. Her name was Akasha on season one, not Akira. Akasha, Lord. Everybody say that right now. Cayenne paprika pepper. Akasha, not Akira. Don't put her in that lighting. Mama's got too much money. Let's be clear. We're not putting Akira in that lighting. That's Akasha's lighting, not Akira's lighting. Akasha still does drag. She was on the reunion for season, was that 10? Yes, 10. And she was up there giving you all kinds of Akasha. Yes. That was the same. I mean, Akasha, when she walked down the runway, baby, and she fell and she spun back around and got right back up. No, Akasha did not pass away. That was Sahara Davenport from season 2. Akasha is still with us, from my understanding. But yes, I will say that for me, it's definitely the Akasha versus Chanel lip sync, to get back to that lip sync, because we went on all about Akasha. Excuse me. The reason why I give it some kind of coots is because Chanel wore that out. Even it was the emotion behind it. It's a Whitney song. We all know the song, you know, The Greatest Love of All. It's a great, great song. When you have a great song choice and you have the bitches sitting in the front, it's you got some power going on here. The topic today, Haley, is the best lip sync songs of all seasons, and we're doing a tier list to see which one of them is the best. But we're gathering together our favorites from each season, for the most part. When Chanel's headpiece fell off, you got to think to yourself, okay, how is this about to go? Is she gonna let it ruin her entire performance? No, that thing fell off and she said, boom, the gray. I was like, what? It was powerful, both of them. Even Akasha over there doing all the, you know how some people like to lip sync and they do the hand waving for cab shit, like you cleaning the windows and stuff. Some people do. That's Pearl's whole stick is this when she lip syncs. So, you know, I was here for the Chanel in the headpiece falling, the boom, the clap, the greatest. It was here for it. I was here for it. So to me, that's why that beats the BB versus Nina lip sync, even though that as well deserves recognition for being the runner-up, in my opinion. If you switch the list for yourselves, that's perfectly fine. Again, this is just my thoughts along with yours, but I feel the Chanel versus Akasha lip sync to Whitney Houston was the highlight of season 1 as far as lip syncs go. My least favorite from that season would have to be the Jade versus Rebecca Glasscock, only because I wanted Jade to stay. Oh, I was mad that night. I was like, damn it. And I didn't think it was cool because that girl was like choking her low key. Okay, so shout out to Ben de la Creme. Hey, Asia. Shout out to Ben de la Creme for All Stars 3 in those reads, because I ended up watching a clip of like the best reads from the reading challenge. And every one of Ben de la Creme's reads made up for all of season 11's reading challenge, whatever fiasco that was. So shout out to you, Ben. You had me over here happy. Choking her low key. It's true. Yeah, she was lit. Did you remember how that went down? It was like she had her hair. First of all, you fucking with the wig. Pushed her down. Then took her hand back. It wasn't even there first. It was like, oh, I was like, all right, now if she choke her for real, we about to fight. Season 2. Season 2. Season 2. Can I be very real with y'all? Y'all not gonna like me. You're not gonna like me. If you're a fan of season 2 lip syncs, I'm not the one that's gonna be there with you. Okay. I'll tell you there were great lip syncers. But as far as the lip syncs go, I'm like, what was my favorite? The only one I can think of was Tyra versus Raven. That I was happy. Jujubee slayed every lip sync, but the people who she was up against, it would always be like, I didn't like the Sahara versus Juju one, Giovanni. I did not like that one because Sahara was doing the most, and I don't know. Like, I think the Tyra versus Raven one was the only one that really was it for me, because Raven was giving you her best. Tyra was giving you her best. We never saw her like really like go for it as far as that type of atmosphere. The other ones, yeah, I don't know. More. Okay. Zane, I'm giving you some love. I'm sending it to you. Morgan versus Sonique. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know what? Bring me in. The list has been created. Boom, boom, boom. So, if I'm going to give you 2 lip syncs to go against each other for season 2, we're going to do Morgan, Sonique, 2 of Hearts. I need you. Bam. I need you. Bam. I was like, oh, it was so nasty. And then Raven versus Tyra. Boom. So Raven versus Tyra versus Monique versus Monique versus Morgan? Morgan and Sonique. Oh, words put together. So y'all make that decision. I think I'm gonna go with Morgan and Sonique on this one, honestly, because I love watching that lip sync. I love watching it. Sonique was giving you all kinds of tumble and jamboree, and I was still fine with it, but Morgan was didn't miss a word, didn't miss a beat, was dancing all the way through. It was perfection. I loved every single solitary minute of it. Definitely gotta give that one. Yep. Representative. Tier list, tier list. At least one ballot this season. Yeah, we haven't got one ballot this season. Say that again. We have not got one slow song. And I think I'm due for a slow song, but I'm nervous for who is going to be the ones to do the lip sync for it and what kind of energy they're going to bring during the ballot for whatever season 11 has to have. Even though I'm here for all the up-tempo songs, but we'll see. So, season 2, I think we're going to go ahead and give it to Morgan and Sonique. Congratulations, you have made it to the next round. Let's all remind ourselves what this list is. So if you're at home watching this with me and we're doing this lip sync counter, please make your list and remember where we're at. So, season 1, Chanel versus Akasha. Bing, top of the list. Season 2, Morgan versus Sonique. Bam, top of the list. Season 3, interesting season to judge. Interesting season. Now, you could say Raja versus Carmen, but there is nothing that will ever touch Manila versus Delta. I'm so sorry to tell you. And I did have Raja versus Carmen on my list here too. I had them on my list, Raja and Carmen, but it's Manila versus Delta. I'm sorry. The Raja and Carmen one was so good because it was very sexual and it was like unexpected to see Raja go that far. I mean, Carmen's used to being naked. So you know. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate your donate. But seriously, yeah, season 3. No, this is definitely not. This list is the ones that were the best and iconic, not iconic for the fuckery. This is not the fuckery list. This is the best and the iconic, not girl, what was going on that lip sync? It was the most talked about for the girl, what's the going on? But yeah, me and nothing is ever going to be the top of my list. I'm just going to tell you that. But yeah, I'm going to give it to Manila and Delta. What do you guys think? I'm seeing a lot of mixed feelings here. I think that Alexis and Shangela was great. That was a good Fantasia song in the beginning of the whole Mateo versus House of Edwards tea that everyone's been talking about lately on Twitter, which I thought was the gag. I said, isn't that funny that both of them got sent home to Fantasia songs? The power of Fanny, honey, the power of the Fanny. Oh, the Mickey one you're talking about with Yara Sofia and Carmen. I thought that was a good one too, but to me it wasn't iconic because Carmen was boring in my opinion. Yara was okay. I don't know. It was nice, but I wasn't like, you. The Yara and Mateo one is not up for debate because Yara quit halfway through that song, or I should say at the end of it. So that's no longer a great lip sync. It's just an iconic moment because we saw someone have a breakdown. So I'm going to give it to Manila and I'm going to give it to Delta because they both, while Delta was low-key in her house clothes, she gave you performance. But Manila sold the entire piss fuck out of that. Delta did something. Look, listen, I love how everybody is so mad that baby had a bracelet in her hand. She literally was giving that, like, death. That was literally the cake that she put out in the rain. Like, that was her prop. That's all she had to go with. I give Delta all the credit for that. Like, you can't. And she was doing movement. She was giving you motion. She spun. It was here. But what I was focused on was Big Bird's gay cousin, Manila Luzon, sit there. And there's the moment in the middle of that lip sync. I don't know if y'all caught this with Manila Luzon, but she puts her hand out at this moment in the lyrics and a feather is fucking floating in the air. And it's not one that she released. It just so happened to be floating in the air. It was like, I caught this moment. Oh, that was so puss. You couldn't, that was when I knew that was it. I was like, oh, this is it. It was perfect. You knew she didn't plant that. It was just floating in the air. What part was that? It was like, hold on, I got melting in the dark, and then in the fog, going down. No, not that part. It was like right when she first sat down. Oh, um, if I went one step ahead as he caught it in the wind. Oh, you pray for moments like that, sis. You pray. You like, oh my God, this feather float in front of my fucking face. I'm about to wear this lip sync out. Like, that's what that is. That is all that is. This way here. I've won. Oh my goodness. Woo, my God. So I'm gonna give it to Manila and Delta just on that. Thank you. Raja and Carmen are close seconds. Alexis and Shangela are a good third. Also, Stacey Lane Matthews meeting in the ladies' room. I would give that's my fourth one because I was living for Stacey that one. There's a meeting in the ladies' room. Remember, Stacey was just walking, honey. She was giving you all that slow pageant walk, and she was like, he's messing with my man, and do all the things. Like, I was like, come on, Stacey. Yeah. So, yes. I'm sorry, I gotta give it. Then she wore that out. Sam is ain't it? It's on my playlist. I have it on like 3 of them. Close the door. Yeah. That was when I fell in love with Stacey after that lip sync. I was like, yes, my God, that is how you do it, girl. She simply did a slow run and she was giving you emotions. That face was running. Oh. Season 3, Manila Delta. Season 2, Morgan Sonique. Season 1, Akasha Chanel. Season 4. I mean, there are so many to list. I'll just list them before we just go ahead and just say what the fuck it is. I mean, because come on. Latrice versus anybody was a bop. Latrice versus Dida. Latrice versus Kenya. Bops. Fifi versus Sharon. Iconic. But that was really more about Willem getting eliminated. So what is the one? The one. It's Dida versus the princess. Now, Latrice did literally just stand. Now, we don't speak of Milan in this household because I will not do this today. If I will wait until the next drag king competition comes into place before I will put Milan into a category of good lip syncer. All right. So when David from finance finds his way back through here, we will do all that. But y'all know good and goddamn well, I will not speak of that man in this household. I will not. Came in the dead uncle's tuxedo suit, bitch, and had the nerve to do Vogue. Hey. I felt bad for Kenya Michaels that day. Do y'all remember and then went to Lady Gaga. It was like every song that she was given that was supposed to be the most pussy puss song. Janelle Monet wore a female suit, though. Let's see, there's the difference. At least Janelle Monet was on brand, sis. He said, I'm going to be Janelle Monet, but the wrong way. He was Jarvis Mandible was his name that day. Wasn't no Janelle Monet. Who is your inspiration? Jarvis Mandible. He sells peanut butter and jellies over in the shop area of some shopping mall complex. The fuck you mean? No. Season 4, it's Dida versus the princess. The fact that Dida was able to lip sync so perfectly in front of Natalie Cole, may she rest in peace. The way she did and how it was so right, and it was actually on brand for the song. It was like she emulated what that song was, and it wasn't overdone. And the princess is over here pointing and stuff, and it was cute, and walking away and trying to give you couch potato hip. That's fine. But I was here for the rough knees and the rough elbows and that yuck ass wig, killing it. Cause let's be real, that wig was shitty. Them knees and them elbows was raw booty, but bitch, there she was cutting the fuck up, and I was like, yes, God, and you could just let it go. Like whatever was wrong with that outfit didn't matter because all you saw was movement, and you saw mouth, and you saw wow, 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 allow. From now on, hey, from now on, hey, yeah. From now on, yes. I'm so glad I put conditioner in my hair so I can get this, that little bounce in for you, honey. You gotta throw it at somebody. Yuck, 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 yuck. Like, come on now. That's that dab on them, bitch. Okay, sorry. Dida versus the princess wanna win a chicken motherfucking dinner, honey. Okay. Season 5. 26 minutes in. Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about the best of the best. We're creating our tier list, and then we're going to put it up against everybody. It's your boy, Matty Rants. If you want to donate to the channel, that's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, Matty-Rants. Y'all know what I'm doing. I have a whole week of trying to get through an Airbnb bullshit situation. I'm trying to make a little 200 today in order to get on top of the list of things that I already have and the money I already made this weekend that I worked for, as well as everything else going on. So if you want to donate, please, thank you. I'm gonna roll today. Season 5. Season 5. So listen. Duh, it's Alyssa versus Coco. Who else was it gonna be? Listen, but we are gonna talk about some other ones. Hey, in the UK, we have to give other people respect because season 5, and I want to just also stress this, by the time we got to season 3, that is when the lip syncing was coming into it. I want to say Manila and Delta started that benchmarker because after those two lip sync, it was on and popping after that. Promise you. It really was. Going into season 4, y'all know what I'm talking about. It was like that. There was a couple of boos and a lot of woo. And it was like, okay, we got some shit going on here. Season 5, baby. It was like all the assassins were in the room. Alyssa, Coco, Roxy. Even though low-key Roxy don't really be dancing, y'all, she just be whipping her head, but she be whipping it so fucking well. So I gotta give it to you. Detox, Jinkx, like... That was a season not to be fucked with. Alaska's on that season. It was one not to be fucked with. Who is Serena Cha-Cha? Hello? Who is that? Huh? I heard they were a student at school or something. Who that? Oh my goodness, Serena Cha. That just... I said we're having a conversation about great lip syncing on Drag Race. This isn't coming for anybody outside of Drag Race. This is on Drag Race. Don't be ghetto, Maddie. I'm a be listen. Let me do what I do. Let me do what I do here. I'm gonna roll today. So back to Serena Cha-Cha season 5 day. Oh, well, who do I ask? Who do I ask? I had to go ask Silky how to be, honey, because clearly I don't know nothing of the sorts. So let's be clear. Roxy versus Alyssa, Jinkx versus Detox, Alyssa versus Ivy Winters is actually a bop because even though Ivy sat there and gave you nothing but the line of her chinny chin chin, Alyssa pissed all over that song. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. I mean, pissed all over that song. Who are y'all talking about? What? What are you, fan favorite? What? Who, what? What? Hmm? Penitentiary, what you really meant to say. Get my fucking notes. Y'all say, who are these people? This is a discussion of excellent lip sync. What is wrong? Stop it. You're bringing up people who I'm not discussing today, and I don't like that. That's mean. Again, because you're missing the point of this shade and the jokes. I'm speaking of the lip syncing on the season that is iconic, memorable, and everything. No shade to these queens. Not really. But if you're going to have this conversation, why are you bringing them into this? They're not there for this conversation, and that's the goddamn truth. No, I don't like that song. And I'll be very honest with you about it. No, I don't like that song. I don't like 95% of the music that comes out from the girls. Because it's not music. It's just synth and ooh and noise. But it's cool that make your coin. But I'm not going to pretend like I like it. No, ma'am. But no hate to them. Just, who are they? Not in this conversation. She went home wiping her forehead, girl, and then turning around and I felt so bad for penetration. And I was also upset that she low-key went home against fucking Sri Chacha. See, here we go. I'm going to bring it back in because this is not the conversation. No, we're not doing the worst because it's supposed to be the best and we're choosing from each season. So, but you know how everybody want to go off topic in the comment section. I got my ass looking over there. So here we go. One more time. Season 1 is Akasha and Chanel. Season 2, Morgan versus Sonique. Season 3, Manila versus Delta. Season 4, Dida versus the Princess. Season 5, most of y'all have said Coco versus Alyssa. I have seen a few of you in here who have done, what's it called? Jinkx versus Detox. Cash App, moderators, if you could go ahead and post that for me, please. It's $ Matty Rants. $ Matty Rants. Go ahead and post those links for me, baby, just to give a reminder for everybody in the room who would like to donate. And thank you so much for asking. But yes, I want to give it to Coco and Alyssa. I do want to give it to Coco and Alyssa. I do. I really do. Ooh, that's hard. See, now the Roxy versus Alyssa moment. Okay, see, this is why season 5 is a little tricky. Someone repost the PayPal link for our good girl Stephanie. It should work though, honey bunny. I don't know why. If that doesn't, try Cash App or Venmo too. Those are also available. And Venmo, I didn't know was owned by PayPal. Interesting. That's why season 5 is hard. Roxy versus Alyssa. Shit, Alyssa versus anybody. Coco versus Alyssa. Jinkx versus Detox. Here's why these are iconic moments. I'll give you reasons. Roxy versus Alyssa it was almost like Roxy was getting what was coming to her for being so nasty to Jinkx. Alyssa being there was, I mean, we saw the roast. Boo. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. And then what happened? My brain just gave up. Sorry, I read. Okay, so Jinkx versus Detox was important because remember, Jinkx was bullied by, let's be real. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your donation. You said a strong Black Oprah on the rise. Yes, I want to be Oprah level, let me tell you. But Jinkx and Detox was important because it was like one of the 3 gross sisters against Penny Proud in that moment. Oh, that was perfect. It was one of the gross sisters against Penny Proud. Oh my God, except the Caucasian version of that and not a cartoon. So somebody else, the Ashleys versus the other Ashley, I don't know. But it was kind of it was a really good comparison, right? The gross sisters versus Penny. Yes, I'm here for it. We'll hold that one together forever for the rest of time. So it was important because it was Jinkx's time to actually show us that she is not that these other bitches claim that she is, that she's only about comedy, she's not really talented, she's this, that, and the other. It was that time. And Jinkx danced her ass off around Detox, was dancing out, dancing Detox. Boom, boom. That was just, Gaga. Wow, wow. Hold on. That was that. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. And then, of course, Detox was, you know, it was all that with the mouth. And just all that mess, you know. Chewing food. She was chewing food. That was a good lip sync. One of them over there was trying to figure out what the ugliest face she could make could be and dancing her ass off, while the other bitch over there was trying to also go for ugly faces, but just chewing her food. It was great. It was good. They were having beef that night because that was a strong wow, wow. I said, well, that's some tough beef. Y'all could sit a little bit longer. Get it in the stew one more time. Wow, 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 wow. I was like, all right, they better get that cow chew in. Come on. But Alyssa versus Coco. Alyssa versus Coco. It was years in the making. It was years in the making. Years in the making. They've had beef. They've been wanting to lip sync against each other. We wanted it the entire season. It was a storyline the producers clearly had set ready to go. They knew they were going to get them to lip sync at one point in time. You knew what Alyssa could do. You knew what Coco could do. But girl, if that outfit wasn't the key to that victory. Not only did Coco have the words down, but that outfit was the perfect way to murder somebody. Cold-hearted snake. And it was right at the perfect time of the song. It was like, who was talking about? I think it was Roxy. She was like, do you see how she is working this out? Like, you could do every dip, not death drop. You can do every dip in the world. You could do every split. You could do every jump, fall, whatever. This is always going to beat that. Your outfit, the presentation of the look, you knowing your drag, always gonna beat that. So let me tell you, Alyssa versus Coco for fucking sure. And I'll be real with you, Coco didn't do one death drop, not one shablam, not one dip, whatever terminology that makes you feel right in the world, which I always call it dip because that's what it's called. Hey, Zach. She didn't do one of them. Not one of them. She just performed. Now, when you can perform and not have to do all that, that's why it was a shame she went home so early in All Stars 2. But, you know, they wouldn't let somebody do the original music, so, Okay. We're off of season 5, Alyssa versus Coco. Dida versus the Princess, Vanilla versus Delta, Morgan versus Sonique, Chanel versus Akasha. Season 6. Trendy K. Monet versus the world. Bendela Creme versus Darian Lake 2 times. And Laganja Estranja versus Jocelyn Fox are my picks for the best of that season. TKB versus April, TKB versus Milk, TKB versus Adore. Bendela versus Darian both times. Laganja versus Jocelyn Fox. So let's just go through the list and then get to who is the best of the best for season 6. I want to start with Laganja versus Jocelyn because that was a very important lip sync in my opinion because it was the destruction of the beast that was Laganja at the time. Laganja is a great dancer. Great dancer. She understands herself. You know, she goes into the whole, you know, whatever character she wants to present on stage. And I give her every bit of props for it. And her limb work, whatever you want to call it, is untouchable at points. There are people who can come for it, but as far as I'm concerned, the bitch is bad, all right? Drag Race history bad. But Jocelyn Fox, we weren't ready for. No one was expecting Jocelyn to come out there and fuck it up. And she fucked it up. She was giving you humor. She was funny, popping the titties up, giving you attitude. She dropped into that split on the right time with Laganja, and it was good to go. So I got to tell you, I was very proud of Jocelyn at that moment. I thought it was a good thing for Laganja, and it was a good moment for Pink. I don't want to be a stupid girl. Because now we have that song to think about. Every time it comes on, I think of that lip sync. Every time that song comes on. I don't want to be a stupid girl. Yeah, every time. Stupid girl. Toom, 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 toom. Every single time. Been to the Creme and Darien Lake. I have the point of no return joke from Bianca Del Rio to thank for this lip sync because Bianca Del Rio did the oh, let me get the joke. You know, Darian knows every word of this song. She had this out on cassette. It was one of my favorite lip syncs. To the point of no return. Oh, 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 oh. Because I thought to myself, Darian is cutting the fuck up. I was shocked. I was shocked. Darian was cutting up. Bendela was like, Ben was so good too, but Ben's quirkiness was not appreciated season 6. They started to appreciate it for All Stars. I hear you on that. They did not appreciate the quirkiness that Ben was already doing on season 6. But Darian collecting the imaginary tips was you and it was at a point when there was no singing, so it was perfect downtime. You didn't have to go into a full spin and do the most. It was, let me give you character. To the point of no return. Yes. Oh, Auntie, you and I as well, honey. I give the whole list just so everybody realizes that it is the dip is what it's called, that then got turned into a death drop, that then got turned into a shablam for no fucking reason, and then we just went on from there. But I think it was great. If Bianca had to lip sync, they probably would have kept her just because she's funny, but if it was real shitty, they'd have sent her ass home. But they would have thunk twice about it. It would have been a conversation. It would have been a conversation. I don't think they would have sent her home though, but it would have been a conversation. Love you too, Daimir. Okay, so let's get to the other people. Trinity K. Monet, just period. TKB was season 6 lip sync assassin, and she was the best lip syncer of that season, hands down. I was spooked when they kept Adore, but I also know that Adore cut up that time too. To me, it's you have to choose between Trinity K. Bonet versus April, Shaka Khan, Trinity K. Bonet versus Milk, Salt and Pepper, or Trinity K. Bonet versus Adore, Paula Abdul, again making on the list of good songs. I'll let y'all decide, because to me, that's a tough list, because all 3 times she gave us different. When she did the Salt and Pepper one though, that was it. Ooh, girl. Milk not doing so well in that lip sync is what kind of brings it down in points to me. Because this all like what was that? Like hold on. What was the bunny hop for? What is happening here? Confusion to Salt and Pepper? Like what? That brings it down. I agree with you for that Courtney shade. I understand that. I want to say the April one was our first introduction into Trinity's lip syncing skills. April was doing a lot of yelling for some odd reason. Did you see how April was lip syncing? Like, what was happening? I thought she was about to peel her skin off. It was too church. And it wasn't even a church enough for that song. Like, that's I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby? Boo. That is nothing of God. No, that is all about that man and her walking into a room and having someone smell her puss puss around the corner, come in this house and give me a baby. That's what that was. Cause I'm the one, can't have that. Ooh, shouldn't been done. Like, come on now. So April was giving, testify, catch a play in the music. It wasn't necessary and all that screaming. So that's why Trinity K. Bonet sat her ass down, because she was doing everything. And also, please give respect where it's due. When she popped that fan on time, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, boom. I do it naturally. When you know your song and you know your props. But I gotta say, because Adore did so well and she was matching Trinity's energy, I want to say it's the Adore versus TKB one. Vibeology. It has to be. Only because Adore was matching that pace and she was coming for her. And it was like, even though she was doing these corny flips and dips and dop and little sit down and stuff, it was entertaining. It was like, okay, yeah, she's on the beat, she's on the beat, she's on the beat. So it's gonna be Vibeology. I'm gonna give it to Vibeology. It's gonna be Adore versus Trinity K. Bonet, because you had an American Idol former contestant come on this show trying to let the girls know I am not shit. You had this other bitch who has had a really hard time finally getting to a good place. And she gets there, but it just is a really bad episode for her. And you already know what she's capable of doing. So it was great that Adore could match Trinity K. Bonet in that moment, but it also could have been given to them both. They could have both stayed off of that. Honestly, it was a great performance. So Trinity K. Bonet, Trinity K. Bonet versus Adore is our top pick for season 6. We are on our way through this list. Now, I said I wanted to do this video for an hour, but surely enough, that's not going to happen because, of course, we have to explain other lip syncs through this here. So I'm probably going to make this a 90-minute video, which means if I'm giving extra 30 minutes, y'all, please donate. Help your host. Support. Donate to the channel. It's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App, $MattyRants, and that is also Venmo, Matty-Rants. I have not seen anything because my stuff is on Do Not Disturb, but once I do see it, I thank you so much. And for those who have said something, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Season 7. There's only 2 I wrote down. There's only 2 I wrote down. And an honorable mention. My honorable mention is Katya versus Sasha. That's my honorable mention. It's not the best of the best, but I need to give every single bit of my time for Katya in that slow fucking split. Do. Oh God, it was so good. The only 2 I have from the season though, Katya versus Kennedy and Jaden Dior Fierce versus Candy Ho. I can do the slow split. I'll show y'all on Instagram. How about that? I'm not going to do it on YouTube because then you'll see how dirty this place is, and I prefer to do it on Instagram because y'all less judgmental on there. But yes, I can do a slow split. And once I saw her do it, I knew her leg and her thigh muscle strength and her inner core and her growing muscles were not to be fucked with. I love it. But yes, it was great. But yeah, Katya versus Candy and Jaden Dior Fierce versus Candy Ho. The Jaden Dior Fierce versus Candy Ho one was important because it was an Ariana Grande song and they both performed in front of her to This Is the Part. We're doing All Stars, but we're starting with seasons 1 through 11 first, then doing All Stars. I'm not doing this in chronological order by when they aired. I'm doing this by season to franchise, yeah. Season 1, I'm sorry, seasons, all-star seasons. There we go. To me, Candy was too confident walking into that lip sync, and I think she discredited Jaden as a fierce performer because she was a big girl. That is my true and honest feelings from the beginning of that entire part of it. I thought to myself, she thinks that she's about to wear her low because she's the big girl. And she already looking at her like she can't move like me. I felt like that Evie and Silky conversation all over again, honey. I was like, But when Jaden came out there and jiggled, shaked, and moved and baked, I was here for it. And it was right. But I gotta tell you, Candy was fucking it up. Candy was fucking it up. But she had lip synced too many times before that it was really great that Jaden just was able to like pull something out. And it was a good performance. So that's up there. But to be real with you, to be honest and truly faithful to this, it's Katya and Kennedy. There's no other way. Like, bitch, I got the eye of the tiger and like, come on now. It can't be touched. It can't be touched. Like, them hoes were giving you the Olympics. Okay, one thing about it is Katya, truth be told, landed that split on time with the beat, and it was nasty. While Kennedy gave you so much like just fierce and just power behind her performance, and then when she did the split off the stage, now that ooh, I've done that before in my time, and I pulled a growing muscle. So I got to tell you, that is not something easy. It's something that you just do, okay, like at all. So it was beautiful. It was a great moment. I was so mad when Katya had to leave. I already knew that Kennedy was gonna stay because it was like, there's no way. Oh yeah, the Kennedy rock. That's that. Oh my god! And mind you, hold on, we gotta do Latrice and All Stars 4. I was like, you guys follow that pony Trace. Okay, but yes, season 7, Katya versus Kennedy, for sure. Season 8. I mean, season 8. Chi versus Thorgy. We're done. Next subject. Bob versus Derek is second place for sure. I went over this list. It is Chi versus Thorgy. Done. Bob versus Derek is close only because that was the rivals finally going against each other. It was the two boy names fighting. Bob versus Derek. It was like, is this lip sync battle or RuPaul's Drag Race? It just didn't make any sense. So it's gonna have to go to Chi versus Thorgy only for the simple fact that when the pearls on the back of Chi-Chi's dress at the right time when she was standing up, I'm not going, and it was already and I'm telling you, and it's from Dreamgirls. And then yeah, it just was perfect. It was perfectly timed. It was great. I loved every single minute of it. It was perfect. Yeah, it was just right for everything. And she basically gave you dead president's face, and I was all here for it. While Thorgy did a cartwheel at the "You're Gonna Love Me" part. She'd have been fine if that cartwheel didn't happen. Girl, I tell you, Karanja, I'm with you. Has she not done that cartwheel? Because that didn't have a place. What place did it have? Oh, you want me to talk about Robbie Turner? Robbie, I lied about my Uber ride, Turner. Robbie, I had took so much stuff, I couldn't believe what happened. I'm giving you this part of my story. Robbie Turner. Robbie turned the story in your favor. Robbie Turner. You want me to talk about that, Robbie? You want me to talk about Roberta? You want me to talk about Roberta Tubbs? You want me to talk about Roberta Tubbs? Do you want me to talk about Roberta Tubbs? The thing I will give Robbie for and forever, for always, and will never knock her for, is that bitch did a goddamn lip sync in roller skates, not roller blades, roller skates, and that I will never be able to touch that. That is legendary. But that wasn't legendary lip sync because Cynthia Lee Fontaine quesadilla'd all over that goddamn performance. It was just a lot of cheese, a lot of fucking cheese, and not enough meat and tortilla for me, honey. She was up there in some after-school gym shorts, a blonde $30 fuck me wig, and a crop top that says it's shredded processed. No. That's the only thing that made that wrong about that lip sync. And if they both were in roller skates, that would have been really iconic. But either way, she fell off the stage, though. She sure did. And broke a light. She ain't on the list for breaking stuff. Should have rollerbladed instead of using Uber. Should have took a lift. Should have took a lift. Why did Alex? Shout out to Alexander Rogers. All of my friend does the doubles. Yeah, Chi versus Thorgy. We're done. So I did not know that story. And I couldn't see Kim Chi doing. I'm telling you, that'd have been bad. I just don't think it would have been really well. Season 9. So it's gonna be Sasha Velour versus Shea Coulee just because of that final moment. I really do want to give it to Nina and Aja though, because that was, I mean, that was everything. Whatever we can say, bitch, Nina Benita Brown versus Aja for finally it's happened to me. That was my favorite of the season. But if I'm gonna give you the best, I guess, of the season, like the best of the best, the most shocking, and oh my god, like, whatever, I gotta say probably Sasha versus Shay. But bitch, Nina and Aja as a collective force did better. Aja was a little too all over the place, but she still was more in the tempo I wanted her to be than Shay was during her lip sync against Sasha. Valentina and Nina have a iconic moment, but the fact that Valentina didn't know the words to the song doesn't give this a great and iconic moment. You know what I mean? So it's an iconic lip sync moment, but not a great, like, oh, that was the best ever. No, it was, oh shit, y'all's fan favorite done fucked it up. The titty shake is legendary. Okay. And the whole, finally, the reason why I say the Nina versus Aja thing it was better to me is, y'all know how Nina made the face right before it was time to lip sync. It was like, the time has come to lip sync for your life, and it was like wah, and Nina's face goes wah, like right on the moment. I said, ooh, she knows what she's doing. Then she did the song correctly. She gave you 90s house vibe teas. It wasn't, I'm trying to throw every fucking thing out the kitchen sink. It was, I'm giving you emotion, I'm giving you this song, I'm giving you CC Peniston. So once she did the whole hand down, finally it's happened to, and she slowly sat down her ass down. Winner, winner, chicken motherfucking dinner. It was subtle, buddy, and that's why I could say what you want, say whatever I can. I will never take that away from her. That was a nasty lip sync. I lived for it. I lived every fucking moment for it. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't have shown him I was shook either. Like, why even go there? Like, okay, so you're gonna have me lip sync against Aja. Let's go. Like, I got it. And it showed that confidence sold her. Um, Peppermint and Cynthia, Peppermint gets a mention just for Peppermint killing that lip sync. But again, that was a crappy lip sync just because Cynthia was in there giving you ventriloquist doll. It was bad. I couldn't take it. I don't want to be a hater on Cynthia like that, but it just wasn't my tea. It wasn't my tea. So between Shay versus Sasha and Nina versus Aja, who are we giving it to? As far as going on in our tier list, everybody, if you wanted to see it over and over again, is it so emotional, baby, or is it finally? It's a true list, a true list. That's one, that's one, that's one, that's one. Okay, that's two. One, two, three, one, three, three, two, three, two. Okay, the 4, 2. Ooh. 5, 2, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7, 3, 8, 4. Okay. 9. Oh, all right. So just looking at it, everybody. The villages of South Africa love you, Matt. Thank you. And I love y'all too. Sending my love out to you there in South Africa. Um, we're gonna give it to Nina versus Aja. Yeah. I know y'all with the Sasha versus Shay, and I feel you in this, but as far as the crowd goes, we're going with Nina and Aja finally best lip sync season 9 tier list. Great and iconic. Both people giving you the best that they got. Not one person giving you the best. All of them. It has to be a full scale. Everybody's got to be giving you something. So this isn't about the one person fucking it up. It's about all of them fucking it up. So now that we have the list, we'll go through it one more time. Season 1, Akasha versus Chanel. Season 2, Morgan versus Sonique. Season 3, Manila versus Delta Work. Season 4, Dida versus The Princess. Season 5, Coco versus Alyssa. Season 6, Trinity K. Bonet versus Adore. Season 7, Katya versus Kennedy. Season 8 is Chi Chi versus Thorgy. Season 9, we've decided Nina versus Aja. We are on to season 10, girl. Yes. I got 30 more minutes. I better get this right. She was too extra, but again, if I go through the whole season, if I give someone for it, she was putting that pussy in, and it was like I gotta give it to her. But I do agree that it was a lot of that. Didn't make no sense. Um, the only one I put for season 10 was Cameron versus Eureka. That's the only one I remember, honestly. Definitely not anything to do with Asia in the finale because that was a disaster and we can't put that in the, we can't put that in there. Oh shit, Monet versus Dusty. God damn it. Okay. Hold on. This is difficult. I didn't like the Vixen versus Asia's performance as much. I didn't really care for Asia's performance on it. It was too. Actually, I'm lying because I probably said I liked her performance when she was doing it. I really didn't care for that lip sync, to be real with you. It was a lot of ugh. I think I'm gonna give it to Monet and Dusty only because I wasn't expecting Dusty to actually fuck it up the way she did, and she did. Monet like gave it. Cameron and Eureka also, that's a hard one too because girl, Cameron, I mean, ah, fucked it up. No, she didn't. Who didn't? Give names. Who's no, she didn't. I don't know she. Eureka walked a lot. And she pounded her chest and she cleaned the floor. Let me think of how everything went down. Okay. Oh no. Okay, it's Cameron and Eureka. Better artist, better song, collectively. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for keeping me clear on that. Keeping me clear. No, you kept me clear. That's the truth because I made this point. It's the song choice. It's the performances by both the people on stage, and it's the whole. Yeah. Okay. 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 Eureka and Cameron. Yeah, I'll give it them. I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. Yeah. Yes, I will say Eureka. Oh my goodness, lies. I would love for that to be elaborated. Lies and lies and more lies. Mr. 1993, I'm going to do a silky. Would you care to explain? um, Cameron Eureka. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The finale was weird. Yeah, no. Season 10 finale was weird. I can't help you with that one. Even the Eureka versus what's it called? Aquaria. I can't count that one. That one was weird too because it was. Low key, she did the same thing. She walked around the stage. She came back. She swept the ground and she did that. So okay, Eureka, and then Aquaria was doing every choreography from every Janet Jackson song that she's ever seen in her short time on Earth, and I was like, well, here we go. Season 10 was tough. That season was. There's a lot going on. We didn't know who we wanted to win, and we already knew who was gonna win at the beginning of the season, and then it just was like, well, let's hope it doesn't happen that way. And then, oh my God, maybe it's gonna be Eureka's thing, and then, oh well, Asia's possibly gonna get it, and then, oh my gosh, she's killed all these insects. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. If you're born in that 19. Oh, you should be a little older than that to be posting stuff like that. Okay, I just didn't think about that. And season 11, the final for the seasons before we get to the All-Stars conversation, we're going to give Cameron Eureka for season 10. Shout out to my moderators here. If you could, for me, please post those links if anybody wants to donate to the channel. We're trying to get to a $200 limit today to push me through to Monday for this Airbnb before I'm reconnected back at Casa Jamar while I'm looking for a new roommate, as well as the new jobs I've been applying for. I think I'm gonna get a call back this week. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Season 11 hasn't ended. Do we count it? Yes, no, maybe so? Probably, maybe, possibly? We can just put Evie and Brooklyn in because that's happened so far. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It hasn't ended yet, but we can say as a placeholder, a placeholder. It's not in the tier list, meaning it has less of a score than the other girls because they've been there. Okay. We're doing All-Stars in just a second, or I'm just finishing up the 11. So let's not, we can't give it a full hi-ya. It's on that, you know what I'm saying? But because the season hasn't ended, so we don't know if something's going to top that. Kari, listen, 50 Braids, I know you, girl. I see you, baby. We have to give it a little bit more time. We haven't seen them all yet, especially the finale. So we don't know. But for right now, let's give them a placeholder position, but they will have less of a scoring chance when it comes to the other girls. Yeah, so a little bit of a lap, but not a full score. They're in there, but it's like a fade. They're Peach. No, excuse me, they're Daisy. They're not Peach. She was there at the beginning. They're an Echo Fighter at this point in time. Smash Brothers reference. Now, I'm curious how Silky will lip sync too. Hey, what's really funny, I play with Daisy now. I got my Peach score, my global score for Peach is at 2 million something. And I think my highest person's PD Prana, or excuse me, Prana Plant, that's at 3,000,005 something. But my Daisy is horrible. I lose with Daisy. I don't know why, but it drives me crazy. But I love playing with her. I was like, I got everybody else's score high except for that one. All right, so let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and get to All-Stars. What was the question? Let's add up best lip sync for all seasons and who wins. Well, right now we're doing this on a tier list here, and I only have 23 minutes left, so let's try to keep this going. I read it. I hate this Airbnb. It's so loud. The walls are so paper thin. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm going to be doing a video about my Airbnb stays after this next week that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be compiling a list of the places I've been staying at and talking about that. Yeah. Oh, and they weren't even in the background. They're not even in this apartment. That's how loud it is. Is that not crazy? Like, that's crazy. So I can only imagine how loud it is for me out there. For anyone walking down the hall like, who's this guy in there and sound like a man? Like, whatever. But, you know, this is work for me. So, kaboom. All-Stars 1. Raven versus Juju B. Latrice versus Tammy. That's what I have down. I don't have anything else down but that. Raven versus Juju and Latrice versus Tammy. That's it. So between those two, who was the best? I mean, Raven and Juju was not even really a lip sync. That was just them crying. Like, honestly, they were just crying. Like, it just for crying. Like, true tea, they were crying. It was iconic, but they were crying. Like, they were just crying. Ooh, and that song really hurts. I hate that. I love that song, but I hate it because I had a really shitty situation happen to me with that song playing in the background. So, and it actually related to the song. Yeah, I have to go Latrice and Tammy because they both were giving you campy and very Broadway and 1950s, 1940s, you know, that very, there's no business like show business, there's no business like no. Yeah. They were straight up boo-hooing. Yeah, and I'm not going to give it to Raven and Juju B because honestly, it was like, I don't want to lip sync against my friend. I don't want to lip sync against my friend either. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to do all that. My poor light. My poor light was a prop, and it's like, why, Matthew? Why? Why, Matthew? Why? Do I have this? Oh, I wish I had my SpongeBob doll. I'd use that as a prop. My poor light. You see, I can't get shit back right again. You bitch, how could you do this to me? Okay. But yeah, Latrice versus Tammy will go into the next category with that. So yes, Latrice versus Tam Brown. All Stars 2, Alyssa versus Tatiana. Next. All Stars 3. Do I have to explain why All Stars 2 it's Alyssa versus Tatiana? Do we even need to do all that? Is that really necessary? Do y'all really need help with that one? Honestly and truly. Who else from All Stars 2? Ooh, that list was empty. All right, next. Because this, I don't even need to explain it. Redemption, and they both sent Fifi home. And it was Rihanna. On top of that, great song, great lip syncers, great ending. Tatiana versus Roxy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You know how she goes, mm-hmm, the song does not, mm-mm. Because Tatiana was doing Britney, and Roxy was doing Roxy. I didn't like that lip sync. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift songs, so that's probably why I was like, eh. But yeah, Alyssa versus Tatiana, All Stars 2, Raven versus, Latrice versus Tammy, All Stars 1. All Stars 3. I'll let y'all decide that one, because I don't know. I don't know for All Stars 3. All Stars 4, I'm giving it to Naomi versus Gia. Because that was unexpected. And it was everything. With honorable mentions going to Latrice versus Monique. But it was definitely Naomi versus Gia. For All Stars 4. All Stars 3, I don't know. I'm still pissed at that ending. Ben and Aja was really good. Because Ben was fucking funny. Girl, Ben was so funny. Fuck this Katie, bitches. Fuck this Katie. Like, oh, bravo. But Shangela versus Trixie was good. And that was one of the best lip syncs they did to a RuPaul song. I think I may have to give it to Ben versus Aja because it was the song choice. They both did well. Like, Aja could have won that just for Aja, like, cutting the fuck up to every lyric to the song. But for Bendela to be out there and give you camp to a Nicki Minaj song called Anaconda and then fuck it up, all attention commanded. Ben versus Shangela is a good one too. Jump for your love out. But I gotta give it to Ben versus Aja. I think that for those who put that out there, I'll give it Ben versus Aja, All Stars 3, Naomi versus Gia, All Stars 4. Bet. All Stars 3, I'll give it that. She was doing all this and freaking money. It was like, what the fuck? And but yeah, no, it's definitely you like Naomi and Monet over Latrice versus Monique personally. Really, I put Monet and Naomi's third to Latrice versus Monique because that Latrice versus Monique was better to me because of what happened prior to that to get to the lip sync. So it was like we've got all this. We've got all this bullshit together. And it's like, oh, you really want to do all that? Okay, I got you. Okay. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. It was the drama. It was the drama. And a lot of people were, I'm going to be very honest with you about a lot of this hate Latrice got during that lip sync, and it bothered me a bit because they were comparing what Monique was doing to Latrice. And it's like, come on, give that same energy to, you know that Latrice can't move like Monique. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. You know she can't move like that girl, but she was moving, and that's why I was looking at Latrice's performance and was like, yes, bitch. I was looking at Monique's performance, I was like, yes, bitch. Like they were both giving you almost different generations of that kind of drag. Like this is old school pageant. This is new wave queen pageant. Like it was like they both, and it was a lot of black excellence to me. So for me personally, that's why it's number 2. Number 3 would go to Monet versus Naomi because that was so polished. They both did so very well, but Naomi pulled out the yeah, yeah, yeah. And it was just, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Okay. We have a list. Kasha versus Chanel. Morgan versus Sonique. Manila versus Delta. Dida versus the Princess. Coco versus Alyssa. TKB versus Adore. Katya versus Kennedy. Chi Chi versus Thorgy. Aja versus Nina Bonina Brown. Eureka versus Cameron. Honorable mentions of season 11, because it hasn't ended, Brooklyn Heights versus Evie Oddly. To the All-Stars, Latrice versus Tammy. Honorable mention, Raven Juju, Crying Queens. All-Stars 2. What did we decide for All-Stars 2? Alyssa versus Tatjana, duh. All-Stars 3, Ben versus Aja. All-Stars 4, Naomi versus Gia. I just said All-Stars 2. Alyssa versus Tatiana. So, this is just a tier list, not the final tier list, just my tier list with y'all. You can be changed at any time. Between all of those, it must be decided the top 2 and the winner of the 2. Between all of those, it must be listed the top 2. Oh, hold on. I really don't want to read you. Well, you could never read me, 1. 2, I was on schedule and on time. Sometimes you're typing too fast while I've got things coming out. But on to this, everybody. Please and thank you. Alyssa, Tatiana, Naomi, Gia. Well, if that's the case, then so are we making the argument that All-Star than regular season lip syncs? Let me think about that. Tatjana versus Alyssa. I think so. I want out of the list that we have for those who we chose to be the best, you have to choose 2 out of that list. In the two, you have to choose 1. Okay, Mr. 1993, we're cleared. No worries here. I just didn't understand. All I saw was I don't want to read, and I was like, what do you mean you don't want to read? But now I understand you were just trying to make sure that I was reading everything as I was coming down. Rant pack, back off, because you know how you are, and I love you dearly for it. But yes, intricacy wins over stunts. Correct. My vote's for Asia versus the Butterflies. Wood tunes. Yes. That's something very much to look into. Dida for number 1. I think for me, I'm gonna choose Dida Ritz and the Princess as a part of my top 2 for nostalgia's sake, I want to say that's my representative for the current seasons and not the all-star seasons. For all-star seasons, if I were to choose a representative, it's a tough one because I really want to choose Gia and Naomi's because that was so bad. It was so bad. But Alyssa and Tatiana's, the drama before that, coming into it with everything else to go with it, it just makes more sense to have that one be the representative. It was like Alyssa just got sent home. She just got sent home from Fifi, not from Fifi, but just that whole bitter atmosphere that was coming from that. And then she came back, caught the girl in a lie, had a whole reading session, whole read, and then came back in, got her place back in the competition, and sent the person home who wanted her to go home, who lobbied to get her to go home in the first place. That is why Alyssa and Tatiana will reign supreme. But Naomi and Gia's, it is nasty. But Dida and the princess get it for the season, I guess, representative because of the fact that Dida wasn't looked at as anybody to be sniffing at. And the princess had already lip sync, and it was completely unexpected. Nobody saw that to be a good lip sync. Not a single person. Let's be very honest. When they first had them two bitches go up against each other, and you saw this short Yakigo wig and this other lady over here who is enjoying the breeze on the scalp, what did you think was going to happen? Because I didn't think they were going to turn nothing out. I thought the blankets were going to be changed and possibly someone didn't sweep afterwards. But, you know, check out by 11. That's what I assumed. That's what I thought was going to happen. No. Instead, I saw down the way, down the line, through the woods, back to grandmother's house I go. This will be... Like, it was so much. It was drag. It was high drag. It was the drag. It was, oof. And I lived and lived and lived and lived for it. And it was Dida. You see, here's the thing. The princess, I can call her out for walking and pointing and doing all that, but she also did a good job. But it was the fact that when you saw someone like Dida and you already looked at her as like, girl, she ain't nothing. This drag queen don't have it like all these other girls have. And then she does that. It takes your mind away from every fucking thing you have seen her put on that runway. And you're like, bitch, did she just do Natalie Cole a favor? Did she just do Natalie Cole a favor? Did she just help this lady's career? Because my God, you hear that song, what do you think of? No. From now on, hey, that's all you think about. That's all you think about. My final answer, best of the best. Alyssa versus Tatjana, All Stars 2. Dida Ritz versus the Princess, Season 3. Who is your winner? I like to say they're both winners in their own respects for just having the fact that for All Stars, those two right there killed it. And for Dida, she has anchored the best lip sync, period. Throughout all the seasons. We've had great lip syncs, don't get it wrong. But if you really want to just, like, let's break it down. Like, you think of favorites. Oh, no. Now. But I have to be real with you. I think I've seen the Tatjana and Alyssa one so many times. Girl, I've seen it so many times. I want to say both, but my absolute favorite is the Dida one. But I gotta tell you, as far as how I've watched over and 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 over again, I've given it to Alyssa and Tatiana because it's one of my favorite like intros for both of them going into it. It's one of my favorite at the end of it. It's like boom, 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 boom. Fifi. Then here's Tatjana. And my choice is Fifi. To be honest with you, listen, Roxy home that same day, and we wouldn't have had to deal with that read you wrote you verse. We probably would have got Alyssa's verse. Fifi, I tried to hug you though. She said, jump into a car. Oh. Yeah, that's the list. There you go. Oh my goodness. We got through how many seasons? Oh my goodness. My lips are dry, honey. I was giving y'all the life. Hold on. Mm, 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 mm. There we go. Better again. So we got through the whole list here. There's more that we can talk about. I think we'll do our least favorite list as a part of the afterthoughts for this upcoming Sunday. It won't be as early as we normally do it, you guys. So if you want to join me for that, it's going to be a little bit later on in the day because I will be having to move around that day. So please give me time to get settled before I actually get on camera and make sure that the Wi-Fi is working correctly. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll give our list of the worst, compile it together from season to season, all star to all star, and we'll do it again. Our top two of each one that we've chosen, then to get to the final list of the worst lip sync ever in Drag Race history. Okay? Thanks again for tuning in. I need to go because I've already gone past the hour I was supposed to here, and we went a little bit longer, but I'm glad we got this out. Again, if you want to donate to the channel, that's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo, Matty-Rants. You know what I'm trying to do today with the goal that I'm trying to meet. Hopefully we've made it by the time this video ends or by the end of the day. Either way, y'all just being here watching the video means the most to me. So don't even think that if you didn't donate anything, you didn't do and I can't watch. No, forget that. You being here is the most important thing for me. And I really appreciate y'all for being there. My rant pack, my loves, I really, really appreciate it. Only pretty holes. Okay. How? I'm so mad I read Gangbang in that six-way lip sync. I've watched too much. My bitster. Okay. Hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. Pray for me this today and tomorrow that is not stressful for me because it's a lot going on right now. But, you know, it is what it is. It's just for another week and then I gotta move again. So it's like a week of me being in an Airbnb, then I gotta move again for another month. And then after that, I hope it'll be a permanent residence because LA's a beast, but I'm a beast tamer, honey. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.